Hey there, this is Asher with Blue Sky Trading Company, and today we'll be going over how to customize your dashboard's columns in RTrader Pro, including how to add your trailing drawdown column. While RTrader Pro does come with a pretty good default view in your dashboard, sometimes we want to customize that just to make it a little more useful. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll start off by opening up RTrader Pro. Go ahead and log in. I already have my data saved. We'll click on login there. Then we'll be in the RTrader Pro home screen. Usually what you do here is open your trader dashboard on the left-hand side. And here it is. Let's go ahead and maximize that. And this is the default view that you usually get in RTrader Pro. Now let's go over some basics before we get into the actual customization. One really helpful thing you can do here is actually drag and resize these columns, kind of like in Excel. So let's say that some of your data is being cut off because there's not enough room. If you just highlight over the edge of each column, you can actually extend or retract the size of that column. And let's say that you actually want to see your cash on hand first before anything. You can just click and hold and then just drag it to where you want, drop it, and now it'll be there. Now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and actually customize what we see here. So if we right click on any of these column headers up here, and click on add or remove columns, you'll get this window here that shows you all of the available columns that you can enable or disable. And there's even a search bar down here just in case you're looking for something specific. You can go ahead and make this bigger if you need to. But you can see that there are check marks next to all of these columns. So let's say that I don't really need my working by quantity or my fill by quantity, but I do want to see my status, my buy limit, and my sell limit. If you notice in the back, as I click these, more columns start showing up. And as I click ones that are already checkmarked, they'll start going away. This is how you can fully customize what's available on the screen. So if we scroll all the way down here, you can see all of the available things here. And then even though I showed you how to reorganize your columns in the previous screen, you can also do it here. So let's say that you want your risk algorithm to show a little higher. So if I just click it once and then click on up, you can see that it moves up on the list. And it'll also move to the left in the background view of the dashboard. Once you click OK, it'll keep that view for now. Now, like I mentioned in the intro of the video, we do have a column that is for your trailing drawdown, but it's not labeled quite like that. It's actually labeled your auto liquidate threshold value. And this is enabled by default, but it is enabled all the way to the end of your dashboard. So if you go to your dashboard and scroll all the way to the right, you will be able to see this value for your trailing drawdown. And to make it a little easier, you can just move it over like I showed earlier and drag it a little closer to the beginning of your dashboard. You can always drop it and then drag it a little more once you scroll over. And that is how you can make that a little more apparent instead of all the other things that the dashboard shows you. Now, let's say you are done with your customization and you have it exactly when you want it and you don't want to lose it. You do have to save this view. If you go ahead and make these changes and close out, open it back up, it'll go away. I can show you real quick. So if I go here, close this, open my trader dashboard, you can see that my auto liquidate is all the way to the right again. So how you can save this, you have a couple of options here. So once you make your changes, on the second icon up here with the little save icon, if you click on the down arrow, you can click on save. What this will do is will save all these changes to this icon here, Trader Dashboard, your default. So I usually click save like that once I'm done. But as a safety measure, I'll go here and go to set as default template. It'll ask me if this is what I want to do. I'll confirm. And that is a double save. It's like doing apply and OK on some of the windows you see here. That makes sure that if one of the saves doesn't take, your default view will take as well. Now, if you want to go even a little further, you can actually have multiple views. So if I click on that down arrow again, and I click on save with a name, it'll actually ask me to name it. So I can do custom dashboard view. And once I click save, you'll see it shows up on the left-hand side menu. Meaning, let's say that you have a couple of views you want to save and that focus on different data, different statistics. You can go ahead and customize. And instead of clicking on save or set as default, you can just use save as. and that will save it as a completely different icon on the left-hand side menu. Like I mentioned earlier, there are a lot of columns that you can add or remove here, but please definitely use this to your advantage. You can hide a lot of data that you might find useless, and you can add a lot of data that you might find useful, like that auto liquidate value that is enabled, but for whatever reason, all the way to the end. So be sure to bring that over so you can keep track of your trailing drawdown as you trade throughout your day, and reach out to us if you have any questions. Thank you and have a nice day.